Welcome. This is a strategic guide to the European Union's AI Act, designed specifically for corporate leadership. We're going to focus on exactly what you need to know about its imminent enforcement and, more importantly, the strategic impact it's going to have on your organization.
So let's talk about timing. The big date everyone is focused on is August 2nd, 2026. That's when full enforcement for most provisions kicks in. But, and this is critical, the clock is already ticking. You see, a key part of the Act, Article 4 on AI literacy, actually became applicable all the way back in February of 2025. This means compliance isn't a future problem. It's an immediate priority.
In this briefing, we're going to cover 5 critical areas. We'll look at the Act's global reach, dig into that all-important Article 4, clarify the difference between being a provider versus a deployer, outline how to design a compliant program, and finally, wrap up with the key takeaways for you and your teams.
All right, first things first, let's tackle a major misconception head-on. You might be thinking, we're not based in the EU, so this doesn't apply to us. That, frankly, is a dangerous assumption. This act was built from the ground up to have a significant global reach.
So this really is the million-dollar question for any global enterprise, isn't it? The answer has profound implications for your operations, for your risk profile, and for your overall market strategy.
And in many, many cases, the answer to that question is a definitive yes. Why? Because the Act is designed to regulate the European Union's market, not just the companies that are physically located within its borders. If your products or services touch that market, you are very likely in scope.
And here's the key legal principle behind that. It's often called the country of destination principle. It's really simple. If the output of your AI system is intended to be used in the EU, then your organization falls under the Act's jurisdiction. It doesn't matter where you're headquartered.
Think of it this way. It's a lot like how GDPR became the global standard for data privacy. The AI Act is really poised to do the exact same thing for AI governance. The focus isn't on where your company's servers are located, but on where the impact of your AI is actually felt.
Okay, so what about that specific obligation that's been in place since February 2025? Let's take a much closer look at what Article 4, the AI literacy mandate, actually requires of you. Now, the Act gives us a very clear definition, and you'll notice it's not just about technical skills. The real focus here is on informed decision-making and having a deep awareness of both the risks and the opportunities of the AI you're using. Here's where it gets interesting. The law uses the term sufficient level. Now that phrase isn't explicitly defined, and that's on purpose. This is not a one-size-fits-all check-the-box requirement. It demands a thoughtful, context-sensitive approach based on your specific organization and the roles within it.
But while the approach is flexible, the European Commission has laid out some minimum expectations. You need to have a foundational understanding of AI across the company. You have to identify the risks of the systems you're using, and, this is key, you have to tailor the training to different roles and different levels of experience.
Okay, so this brings us to a crucial point. Your specific obligations, especially when it comes to training, depend very heavily on whether your organization is acting as a provider or as a deployer in the AI lifecycle.
Simply put, a provider is the one who builds and brands the AI. A deployer is the organization that uses it in a professional setting. And it's absolutely vital to understand that your company could be one or the other, or in some cases both at the same time. Each of these roles carries a very distinct set of responsibilities. So now that we've covered the what, the who, and the why, let's shift our focus to the how. We're going to look at a strategic framework for actually building out a compliant and effective AI literacy program.
Look, a strategic approach here is much more than just a single company-wide training module. A truly compliant program should be a layered framework that addresses different needs and different risk levels. You start with a baseline for everyone, then you empower general use, then you get into tailored training for specific roles, and finally you have mandatory, highly specific training for anyone operating high-risk systems.
All right, let's bring it all home. To summarize, we're going to distill all of this down into the most important points that need your immediate attention and strategic planning.
These are the critical points to bring to your governance, risk, and compliance teams right away. The deadlines are real. The reach is global. The literacy requirements are already active, and your responsibilities demand a nuanced, tailored approach to training. And that brings us to the final question. This is what this guide is all about. As leaders, you have to ask yourselves, are we prepared right now to demonstrate a sufficient level of AI literacy to a regulator? Can we confidently answer yes?
This is the thought to drive action within your organization.
And finally, and this is absolutely imperative, please understand that this information serves as a strategic guide. It is not and cannot be a substitute for legal advice. You must consult with qualified legal counsel to properly assess your organization's specific risks and ensure you meet all your compliance obligations under the EU AI Act.